Hello everyone and welcome back. So today's mani tutorial was based off of this lovely Instagram mani that I had found, and I decided to do a stamping version of it. And I want to shout out to Total Nailarchy, who is the person who had posted this design, and so I wanted to shout out to them because I feel like that, I don't know if they were the first one, but that's the first one I've seen. That's where I got the idea from. So, and the inspiration. So I will go ahead and show you how I recreated that mani and what products I used using stamping instead of freehand, which that was a freehand manicure. I could tell by looking at it, it was a freehand. So I have here my edition of it, and I use stamping and a little bit of freehand, not much, primarily stamping. I have my base color, which is white. Which is also gel, and I use two different gels for colors. I use No White Top Coat from Beetles, and I use McCart's Blooming Gel. Okay. You can most likely do this without the blooming gel, but I find it a lot easier with it. So this is Born Pretty. It's a jelly blue, and Beetles white. So this is a darker jelly blue. So I will start with that. And now we have the plates. Maniologies M359 for this image right here. We have Maniologies M608 for this image here for our whale shark. And we have Yingui 094, I believe is how you pronounce that. I got it on Amazon. I believe I had gotten it in a bundle specifically. I don't think I got it by itself. I think I got it in a bundle. Okay, so how I created this effect, I started with the 2 coats of the white gel, and then I do 1 coat of the blooming gel without curing. I apologize if you can hear my kids in the background. They're playing Mario in the other room, and they are on summer vacation. So, Robbie, can you calm it down, buddy? Can you calm it down, please? Thank you. So I'm going to take off on a palette on the side a drop of the blue. And I'm going to take a detail brush and I'm going to kind of dot it around in various locations, and then I'm going to kind of swirl and dragging down. Kind of swirl it around a little bit. The blooming gel will help disperse it. That is the purpose of it. Drag it around the nail a little bit. Okay. Then cure for 60 seconds. Kyle, you can have your tablet or your 2DS, buddy. Gotta love the parent life. Okay, it should be getting close to being cured. Yes, 3 seconds. All right, so we have that, and now I'm going to go in on the other 4. Preferably minus the cat hair. Nothing like Topaz hair in there. He was in my lap earlier, so I'm not surprised. Ah, Ashes must be feeling pretty good right now. I hear her on her wheel. My poor beloved little gerbil. My little grandbaby. So both of my kids have gerbils, and one of them recently lost half of her tail due to one of our cats. So I've had to give her antibiotics twice a day, every day, because she had to have the procedure and we want to prevent infection. But she's a tough little girl. I'll give her that. She has taken very kindly to all of it, which is shocking. Excuse me. Okay, so clean up around the edges where any flows off into the cuticle area because we don't want an allergy. Now we're going to go in with our blue. On various locations. And the blooming gel will help this as time passes on. So then we're just kind of swirling it around. While at the same time kind of brushing it downwards. And I'm using feather light motions here, guys. I am not being real hard with it at all. I'm using feather light motions. So as you can see, the blooming gel is just kind of dispersing it. And that's kind of what we're after here. We just want it to be dispersed and softened. Now that's been dispersed and softened, we're going to go in. I need more acetone in my dish. Okay. I'm going to go in with the brush after cleaning it, and we're going to try to make some nice little pockets in here now of white. Use the brush to manipulate the gel on the surface. And create some patches here. Of more of the white and less of the blue. Make sure your brush is not wet with acetone after you've cleaned it off, and that you're just using the dried off brush tips. What, Kyle? You're building?
Yes.
All right. Okay. So this is what we have now. And we're going to pop it in a lamp. This is when we're going to start going into our stamping process. So I'm going to grab M359. I forgot to go over the rest of the polishes. I am sorry, guys. The stamping polish is Bluebeam B536, Bam White B170. I apologize, guys. I did not realize that I did not mention that before. I'm sorry. Okay. So now we are going to take Bluebeam And we're going to hit B3, which is in the upper right hand corner. Scrape. Okay, clean off any excess imagery, which means the frame pieces, any big line from the top, images from the bottom below it. We're going to place on the nail. This would help if I actually put some acetone on that. And we're going to do that to all 5 nails, or all 10, I guess, technically would be the appropriate. And just place the dots in a random orientation. It's not going to matter overly much where they're at, as long as you have some on the sides. We are just placing them in random orientations. Okay, once you have done that, then we're going to move on to the next stage. I'm going to grab Yingoi, I believe is how that's pronounced, -094. Got cotton stuck to me because of the gel. Okay, so now we are going to grab this plate, and the image we want is these fishies right off to the side here. And we're going to take Blue Beam, swipe very gently, roll to pick up very gently.
No way.
And take the biggest one off of there. And replace like so. And we're going to do the same thing to the pinky. Go across diagonally like so. Okay, so those two are done. Okay, so the final one is going to take Maniology's M608, which was one that was released for their anniversary and is very much so available, unless it's sold out, which I doubt it has. They have a bundle that has all of their birthday launches for the 7th birthday. And I did do a video on the stuff for that. So we're going to grab this whale shark right here in the right hand bottom corner, right next to the humpback whale, with Bluebell. Pick up, clean up any excess imagery around it that you do not want. I'm going to go diagonally across the thumb. Now the thumb, I'm literally just guessing. There was no picture of the thumb, so I have no idea what the thumb looked like in that mani. It was most likely more fish, but I like the whale shark. And grab the image again. And then we're going to go upwards, like so. I may have to get more spots or just dip a couple dots in there. I think I will just dip a couple dots in there with my dotting tool. There. Just to help it out a little, because I didn't quite put enough with the stamping plate. And I already put my plate away. We're going to grab the whale shark a third time. And then we're going to be pointing it downwards, slightly tilted, like so. All right. And we are done with that particular stamping polish and the stamping plates. So hopefully my hands aren't as shaky as they were earlier for this next step. So this next step, we will be going in with the BAM white. You can alternatively do this with gel. It might be a little easier to fix oopses. But because unless you top coat before you do that with gel, it won't be any easier to fix. And then you have that extra layer. But that you can do that to make it easier to not have oopsies and easier fixes. So just keep that in mind, guys. So this next part is I'm going to take the blue gel again. Just a little bit more to my palette. And my detail brush. And I'm going to take it around the edges of the whale shark. And then blending it in. But first I'm going to apply it, then I'm going to blend it. So clean my brush, dry it off. And now I'm going to very carefully feather the edge. Around it. Okay. There we go. Do this around all three whale sharks. Yay, cotton fibers and cat hairs, always in my stuff. So we're gonna just blend it in essentially. very carefully blend it in around the whale shark. Okay, and we're going to do this one last time for the thumb. Okay, now I'm going to go into the blending. Okay, now that we've done that, cure for 60 seconds. I'm gonna have a blank voicemail. I can already see it now. Scammers won't leave me alone. Okay. There's that. So now I'm going to take and apply some white to my palette. And I'm going to take a very small dotting tool. Alternatively, you can take a very fine detail brush, or let's see if I can find where is it? It's in here somewhere. So here is an ultra fine tipped brush. As you can see, you could use that. You could use, if I can find this tool in here. There it is. Alternatively, well, not fling the dotting tool part of it out. You could use a tool like this, and it has a very fine point to it, like the dotting tool. I got this quite a few years ago. It has inserts for dotting tools as well, this particular one. I haven't used this in years. Such a pain in comparison. It was kind of like an all-in-one, and it got me through my harder times. And I didn't have as many brushes and dotting tools and things like that. But I do have a lot more tools than what I used to, and don't need that as much anymore. Okay. Make sure that this isn't attached to skin or anything like that. It doesn't look like it is. Okay, so we're going to take the dotting tool and we're going to very carefully add dots across in various sizes across the whale shark. It takes next to no pressure, guys, to actually apply these dots.
Wow.
To very faintly touch it. Oops, I didn't mean to put a dot that big, but it'd be okay. My hands are a bit shaky, guys, today, so I apologize. And of course, it doesn't have to be perfect. Just adding the dots. Cat hair. Okay. Once we have applied all of our dots, then we can go in and top coat. Try that again. No, we'll leave that.
Can you finish?
The Beetles No Wipe top coat. Apparently I had a glitter in there. For the top coat, we only need 30 seconds. Alright, now top coat the thumb. Let's go ahead and top coat the rest of the hand.
I want. Waist head. Wow. Wow.
Okay. There is some fuzz in that, and I don't want fuzz in that. Come on.
I want.
There we go.
Waist.
Now that we're no longer trying to top coat in some fuzz. Alright, dang it. Pinky, I know you want to be shaky today, but come on. Okay. I am also going to make it easy on myself.
Caillou.
Excuse me. This is a silicone palette, and you can just cure the jello on top of it like you would a stamper. It's the same kind of material,
Hi.
and then it's easy to clean. So, do that real quick. And
Whoa.
easy cleanup. So, nice little tip for you guys. Alright, so there you have it, guys. That is how I created this lovely whale shark mani. It was a recreation of the Instagram user. Find it again.
Caillou voices. Toy again.
Mind you, I found this a year ago. Actually, probably closer to a year and a half now. Thinking about it.
Oh, we got a cactus.
Yeah, April 9th, 2024, so a little over a year ago. Total Nailarchy, that's what it was called. So that is how I recreated with stamping Total Nailarchy's mani. I hope that you guys enjoyed this tutorial. I used stamping to recreate a hand-painted. This is not something you see very often, but it can be done, and I wanted to show you guys that, you know, certain simple manis really can be done with stamping if you find the right stuff. Sometimes it's hard to find the right stuff, but it is really cool, and I really enjoy this. I love aquatic animals. My whole family does. So with that being said, I hope you all are having a good morning, afternoon, evening, night, whatever it may be while you were watching this video. And I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I hope that this was something that maybe we can do a little more of, is recreations and not necessarily inspirations, because it seems like a really cool challenge for different manis on how to do it with stamping. There's lots of different cool ideas out there that can be recreated, that are hand painted, recreated with stamping, make life easier for a lot of people that like to do their own nails. So I hope, you know, that this is something you guys would like to see more of as well, because I really like the challenge of creating a design somebody else has created. You know, so if you guys want to see more of manis like this, where I found something really interesting on Instagram and try to recreate it using stamping or something like that, go ahead and shoot me a message in the comments about it. So if there is a mani, a type of mani you would like me to do a tutorial on using specific things or specific plates or elements, then you can also leave me a comment in the comment section below. You can also message me on Instagram. My Instagram will be in below. Some people have messaged me through Facebook. Not as reliable of a way to do so, but you can, because I post stuff about my kids on there. I post pictures and stuff. I don't have it completely open to the public, so you can do a message request. I'm still working on getting set up a Facebook page specifically for the YouTube channel and those who want to post their own nail art as well as things like ask questions and ask for requests of certain types of designs and things like that. That would be the purpose of it. I have not gotten around to it. I'm sorry, guys. That is on my list of things to do. And I do want to be able to provide that for you guys here soon. And especially when I hit 500 subscribers, which we are getting really close, guys. We are over 560 something now, close to 570. So I hope that, you know, I can get that done here soon for you guys and have that. But those are my current options on how to make requests or ask questions. Things like that is through Instagram, the comment section on the videos, and through Facebook, which is the least reliable one currently because I have not made a page dedicated specifically to this yet. Lost my train of thought. Brain's fried today. I'm sorry, guys. My brain really is fried today. So I hope you all, I hope to see you all in the next video. I'm not 100% sure what my next Manny tutorial will be. I'm thinking Moana themed. I've got some stuff in mind out of plates that I have that just screams Moana, and nice and summery and tropical and in that realm at the same time. So I kind of like the idea of doing that. And I don't think I have anything else to say. So I hope you all are having a good morning, afternoon, evening, night. And thank you all for watching and sticking with me for this long. If you are new, welcome here. If you are oldie but a goodie, thank you for sticking with me. I know it's been kind of crazy, especially the last 6 months. We're working on it. If life would stop kicking us down so bad, it would be great, but it's life. We can't control it. So, thank you all for watching, and until next time, bye.